Hello everyone, I am Ritesh Chauhan working as an assistant professor in computer engineering department at Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center, Navsari. So we are proceeding with unit number 5, that is intermediate code generation. So in this video we are going to solve an example of unit number 5, that is translate the arithmetic expression a plus b into c plus d plus a plus b into c minus d plus e into syntax tree, postfix notation and 3 address code. Okay, note that here 3 address code will be asked, not 3 address code implementation. If they ask 3 address code implementation, then and only then we are going to implement quadruple, triple and indirect triple. Okay, so in this example we are only write the 3 address code for the given expression. So this is the solution for the question, that is first one is syntax tree for the expression a plus b into c plus d plus a plus b into c minus d plus e. So as we know, to draw the syntax tree we have to follow the precedence of the operator. Okay, so which sub expression will be first evaluated? So while we putting the precedence between the operator, the handle occur is this star. So this star represent b into c will be first evaluated. So we draw the syntax tree, that is for b into c first. Okay, and then the handle occur with the operator this plus. What is this plus? This plus occurring with the operand a plus b into c. So this b into c will be added with a on the left hand side because a is on the left hand side of b into c. So what is the syntax tree? On the left hand side plus a. So parallelly you can also write the 3 address code. What is our t1? T1 equal to b into c. What is t2? T2 equal to a plus t1. Okay. Next, let's see where the handle occur first. So this plus is evaluated, this whole bracket is evaluated. Then this plus and plus is remaining. Okay. As we know, while we put the precedence between the operator, plus and plus is a left associative. Okay, the handle is occurring with this plus. What is this plus? This plus means plus d. The whole answer, the answer of a plus b into c will be added with plus d. Plus d is on the right hand side, so we draw the arrow on the right hand side with the operator plus and the child node d. Okay, this expression will be evaluated already and the whole answer is stored in T3. Let's see which is the next handle. While putting the precedence, the next handle occurs is this star symbol, that is multiplication sign. What is this multiplication sign? This one, b into c. Okay, but there is 2 operator left on the left hand side. Okay, यहाँ पे 2 ऑपरेटर रह जा रहे हैं तो हम इसको जॉइंट में स्टार नहीं लिख सकते. एक ऑपरेटर या 2 ऑपरेटर अगर रह जा रहा हो उसके बाद अगर कोई सब एक्सप्रेशन इवैल्यूएशन हो रहा हो तो फिर हमें उसको सेपरेटली लिखना है. So this expression indicate b into c. So we have to write on the right hand side because this is on the right hand side of this expression a plus b into c plus d. So we draw the syntax tree on the right hand side, anywhere on the right hand side separately. Okay. Now where what is our next handle? Next handle is this plus. Okay, you can check with the operator precedence table. Okay, this opening bracket and plus, the precedence of plus is higher, and in plus and on the right hand side closing bracket the precedence of this plus symbol is higher. Okay, so this plus indicate a plus b into c. So we have to draw the syntax tree on the left hand side because this a is on the left hand side with the operator plus. So we draw this. Okay, so this expression is already evaluated here. This expression is evaluated here. Okay, let's see what is our next precedence. Next precedence is this plus. This plus indicate this one. This is our handle. Okay, so we simply add this sub expression and this sub expression with addition symbol. Okay, so what is our next precedent? Let's see. Next is minus sign. So the whole expression which will be evaluated, that is this one. Will be subtracted with d. Okay, so the whole expression will be subtracted with d. So d is on the right hand side, so we have to put the arrow on the right hand side, and the child node is d. So the next handle is plus e. So e is on the right hand side, so we have to draw the arrow on the right hand side, and the operator is plus and the child node is a. So this is the syntax tree for the expression a plus b into c plus d plus a plus b into c minus d plus e. So if you have a long expression, then you have to evaluate with the help of expression, okay, with the help of precedence table. Then and only then you can draw the perfect and true syntax tree. Okay. So the next question is, write the postfix notation for the expression a plus b into c plus d plus a plus b into c minus d plus e. So in syntax tree, which sub expression will be first evaluated? This one, b into c. So instead of b into c, we write temporary, that is t1, temporary variable we are going to use here. So instead of b into c, we write t1, where t1 equal to, we have to write t1 equal to in postfix manner. What is t1? T1 equal to bc star. Instead of b into c, we write bc star in postfix manner. So while we computing the postfix notation for the smaller expression, it is very easy compared to the long expression. Okay, so we write instead of b into c, what is our t1? T1 equal to bc star in postfix manner. Okay, now which sub expression will be second evaluated? A plus t1. So instead of a plus t1, we write t2. And what is our t2 in postfix manner? A t1 plus. So what is our t2? T2 equal to a t1 plus. So in syntax tree, which sub expression will be next evaluated? T2 plus d, because this plus and plus is left associative. So we have to evaluate T2 plus d next. So instead of T2 plus d, we write T3. Then what is our T3? T3 equal to T2d plus. So what is our T3? T2d and plus. So which expression will be next evaluated? This b into c. So instead of this b into c, what we write? We write T4. Then what is our T4 in postfix manner? T4 equal to bc star. Okay. So the next sub expression will be evaluated is a plus t4. So instead of a plus t4, what we write? T5. And what is our T5 in postfix manner? A t4 plus. So what is our T5? T5 equal to a t4 plus. Next, which expression is evaluated in the syntax tree? This one, because plus and minus is also left associative. So T3 plus T5 is evaluated next. So what is our T6? T6 equal to T3 T5 plus. Okay. So the next sub expression which will be evaluated is T6 minus D. So instead of T6 minus D, what we write? T7. And what is our T7? T7 is T6D minus. So T7 is T6D minus. And the last sub expression which will be evaluated is T7 plus E. So instead of T7 plus E, what we write? T8. And what is our T8? T8 equal to T7E plus in postfix manner. So to construct this postfix notation, now we have to backward substitution the value of temporary variables. So first we write T8. So now we have to substitute the value of this temporaries. What is T8? T8 equal to T7E plus. So instead of T8, what we write? T7E plus. So you can go from right to left or left to right. One temporaries value we have to put at a time, not two. Okay. So what is our next temporary? That is T7. What is T7? T7 equal to T6D minus. So instead of this T7 only, E plus is already there, huh? Instead of T7, what we have to write? T6D minus. So instead of T7, what we write? T6D minus, and En plus is already there. Okay, we have to copy paste En plus. Only instead of T7, what we write? T6D minus. Next, what is T6? T6 equal to T3 T5 plus. So instead of only T6, what we write? T3 T5 plus, and D minus E plus T is as it is. Okay. Next, as I am going from right to left, so I am going to put the value of temporary T5 first. Okay, we have to put one temporary value at a time. So what is T5? T5 equal to A T4 plus. So T3 is as it is. Instead of T5, what I write? A T4 plus. This plus is as it is, D is as it is, minus E, and plus is as it is. As I am going from right to left, now I have to put the value of temporary T4. What is T4? BC star. So T3 and A is as it is. This plus plus D minus E plus is as it is. Instead of T4, I have to write BC star. Next, I have to put the value of temporary 3. What is T3? T3 equal to T2D plus. So when I put T2D plus, this will be the postfix notation. Next, I have to put the value of T2 temporary 2. What is T2? T2 equal to A T1 plus. Instead of T2, what I write? A T1 plus. This D and all the sub expression will be as it is. Now, which temporary will be left? T1. What is T1? BC star. So instead of T1, I write A BC star and plus D. This whole expression I have to write as it is. So this is the post. No temporary values are left. Okay. So this is the postfix notation for A plus B into C plus D plus A plus B into C minus D plus E. Okay. If you have a lengthy expression, so this method is more convenient according compared to other methods. So this is the postfix notation for the expression, this one. So next question which will be asked is 3 address code for the expression A plus B into C plus D plus A plus B into C minus D plus E. So if you write 3 address code parallelly with that syntax tree, then you just have to copy the 3 address code here. Okay. So first, which sub expression will be first evaluated in that syntax tree? This one, B into C. So what is our T1? T1 equal to B into C. Next, which sub expression will be evaluated? This whole the answer of B into C will be added with A. So what is our T2? T2 equal to A plus T1, because B into C is stored in T1. So T2 equal to A plus T1. So which expression will be evaluated next? The answer of A plus B into C is stored in T2. So next we have to add the operand D with T2. So what is our T3? T3 equal to T2 plus D. So in syntax tree, which is the next sub expression which will be evaluated first? This B into C. So what is our T4? T4 equal to B into C. Next, which expression will be evaluated next? This A plus B into C. So B into C is already stored in T4. So what is our T5? T5 equal to A plus T4. Next, this whole expression will be evaluated and stored in T3. This whole expression is stored in T5. So what is our T6? T6 equal to T3 plus T5. Next, which sub expression will be evaluated? The answer of this whole expression will be evaluated with with which will be subtracted with D. So what is our T7? T7 equal to T6 minus D. And the answer of this sub expression will be stored in T7. So what is our T8? T8 equal to T7 plus E. So this is the 3 address code for the expression A plus B into C plus D plus A plus B into C minus D plus E. So if you ask in the examination that write the 3 address code implementation, then you have to write quadruple, triple and indirect triple along with this 3 address code. But in this example, what they ask, what is the question? We have to write only 3 address code for the expression. So we stop here. Okay, but in the examination, if they ask the 3 address code implementation or 3 address code representation, then you have to write this 3 address code and then quadruple, triple and indirect triple you have to represent. Okay, so the solution of that question is this much. And if you ask, draw the DAG, that is directed acyclic graph for the given expression, then how you draw the DAG? Let's see in the next example. So the next question is, draw the directed acyclic graph for the expression A plus B into C plus D plus A plus B into C minus D plus C. So as you see in the previous video, that in DAG the sub expression will be eliminated. Also, the same operand is not used in the directed acyclic graph, while in syntax tree the same operand will be used repeatedly. Okay, let's write the 3 address code for DAG, which is in optimized form compared to syntax tree, and also parallelly we are going to draw directed acyclic graph. So which sub expression will be evaluated first? The first sub expression is B into C is evaluated first. So what is our T1? T1 is B into C. So what is our DAG? DAG is simple, same as syntax tree, that is T1 equal to B into C. So which sub expression will be evaluated next? A plus B into C. So A is on the left hand side, so we have to draw the arrow on the left hand side and the operator is plus and the operand is A. So which sub expression will be evaluated next? The answer of A plus B into C, which is stored in T2, will be added with D. But D is on the right hand side, so we have to draw the arrow on the right hand side. So what is our T3? T3 equal to T2 plus D. Okay, T3 equal to T2 plus D. So as we see here that A plus B into C, and this A plus B into C is a common sub expression which will be eliminated in DAG. Let's see how. So which of the sub expression will be next evaluated? This B into C, and then it will be added with A. This is already done in T2. Okay, so what is our T4? So T4 is, so we have to add this T2 with what? With this one. So what is our T4? T4 equal to, sorry, we have to add with A plus B into C plus D with this A plus B into C. Okay, so this sub expression will be evaluated and stored in T3. Now we have to add this T3 with already A plus B into C is already evaluated, which is stored in T2. Okay, so we simply add, what is our T4? T4 equal to T3 plus T2. So we have to draw the arrow on the right hand side because this expression is on the right hand side. Okay, so what is our T4? T4 equal to T3 plus T2, because the same answer of a plus b into c is already stored in T2. So why we have to draw the syntax tree on the right hand side? Okay, so this is a more compact way. As we know, the DAG is more compact way compared to the syntax tree. Okay, so next, which sub expression will be first next evaluated? This minus d. As we know, d is already here. Okay, so we are not able to use in DAG this d again. So we have to put the operator minus on the right hand side. Okay, and draw the line with the operand d. So what is our T5? T5 equal to T4 minus t. Okay, as I told you that sub expression will be evaluated in DAG, and the operand which is already used, we don't have to use again. But in syntax tree it is possible, but in DAG it is not possible. Okay, now what is our T6? T6 equal to the whole answer of this sub expression will be stored in T5. So it will be minus added with E. So what is our T6? T6 equal to T5 plus E. Okay, so this is the DAG for the expression. So you can conclude the 3-address code of syntax tree consumes more temporary variables compared to DAG. So DAG is a more compact way compared to syntax tree. That's why it is known as abstract syntax tree. Okay, hope you all understand that both the example. If you have any query in that both example, please contact me. Thank you.